peak almost about it. That's like so maybe then scratch on. Maybe it's a me thing. I always think
I don't love the colors as they are now.
But you have just so much space to work.
Every once in a while there's an illustration that makes me question everything. I'm gonna place you next to the window. Welcome to a new video. And this time it will be a drawing video, which I haven't done in a while. I want to redraw an illustration that I've done quite a few times over the years. It's one that I keep coming back to, and I heard this quote somewhere and then I googled it and I couldn't find where it was from. It was a random person. I can't ask that person anymore. Here's the 2019 version. My illustration style really was very different than what it is now. When I'm feeling down or don't know what to draw, I go back to what I was doing back then. Maybe redrawing some of my earlier art to see how much I've grown as a person, as an artist. The next year, in 2020, I redrew this as a postcard design. Then I redrew it again in 2021. And I kind of did that every year, but I skipped last year, so it's long overdue. Now I want to see how I would draw it today. First things first, I'm gonna import the illustration to my iPad. Looking back at this makes me feel really weird but also proud. I don't know. I think I'm gonna be using mostly this drawing as a reference, and I really enjoy the colors that I chose in this one, so maybe I'll pick some of these. I'm using Procreate on the iPad. I have a ready postcard design. This is 4000 by 5500 pixels, and I think I got this at 300 dpi. So let's import all the images. And I think what I'm gonna do next is look up different cabin designs, because I want to use a different illustrated cabin than the ones that I used before. I'm also gonna be looking up some inspiration images from myself. So this is also what I do whenever I come up with a new art piece. I look at my art and just see what I drew that was similar, what I could reuse. Maybe I'll add some water, so I'll just make a screenshot of this and import it. Also looking for color combinations that I made before that I could reuse, that I think would fit the art that I am currently making, so I don't have to come up with an entire new piece. Here's where I'm at. I want the illustration to be kind of framing. I want the first thing you see to be the cabin and the quote. So I'm making little bits at the edges that kind of is the foreground, that will be a bit darker than the background, so that you see the things that are light first. Now I'm gonna go in and see how I want to draw the cabin in the middle and where I want the quote to be. that's it for the sketch part. Here's how the sketch is looking currently. See you tomorrow. It's day 2 working on the illustration, and I'm gonna start with the line art now. I just go over the sketch and make it smooth.
Really excited about this pretty book. I'm picking up one of the most popular films.
All the times that knock me off my swing, the break in the chain link. Lately, I'm trying to find some kind of closure, spinning circles at the roller rink. I could walk or skate around, but I'm back where I came from. But then it came as a surprise, a pebble found in my pocket. Hey girl, you're good now. Don't try to stop it. But now it happens all the time. I'm back at the starting line. Years of my life. I'm back at the start.
Never, but I probably won't purchase for my home. It's into your lifestyle. It will end up being a lot of switching pieces out, not liking something, getting something else, and that creates your personal style out all the time. Buy something I think I've purchased for the home or is not in a comfortable lounge space. So also it's going to be very free. The road that I'm actually going to wipe it one day and then we're going to do a color one, and I love this one. I've like received comments that went into the cheese. I never did vinegar as well. Also good.
So now the first layer is done, and I'll just go ahead and choose the next layer underneath to color the next big part, which here would be the grass part. The colors I choose at the beginning to color in the big spaces are mostly not the colors that are gonna be staying. So you will see me later change most of the colors because I'm just very indecisive. What I'm gonna do now is also go in and color the little parts that I made that I want to be colored differently. And I always put a red layer underneath on the bottom, and when I color in with a 6B pencil, if you zoom in, you won't see that on camera, but if you zoom in, you will see a little bit of the red peeking through. Not much, but I feel like it makes the illustration be a little bit more alive instead of just color dropping a color. I'm nearly done with the green part, and after I blocked in the biggest chunks of color, I'm gonna go ahead and think about what I want the colors to look like for this piece. I go to the sky layer, make another layer over this, and then choose the monoline pencil and then choose 2 colors. So maybe I'll, for the sky, go for like a burnt orange, like a purple, and then blue at the top. Then I go to Gaussian blur and blend the colors, and then hit clipping mask so it's over the sky. Oh, I really enjoy that. And then usually I just go and change the size. Welcome to my parents' house. I need to water the plants, so I thought that would be nice to sit down on the balcony and draw. Maybe I'll finish the drawing today. Moved inside so I can show you what I was thinking, because I finished coloring the whole piece. Now I don't love the colors as they are now. What I do is I duplicate my thing so the colors are kind of saved, because if I make a mistake in recoloring, I can just go back. I like the sky color. I don't like the colors in the middle of the cabin, and also the quote is barely readable because the ground is a little bit too light. So I'm just gonna go and look at the references that I had. I could also... Okay, maybe. I arrive at the stage every time and I just have to keep powering through. I really hate it. And also, doing this on camera is really hard. Usually I just sit down, watch a video about anything, and go in and change and rechange the colors 100 times, and then I arrive at something that I quite like. I don't know what to do. The brush that I'm using for light is called this Reso Texture Shader. Firstly, I'm gonna make a clipping mask over my line art to work out some things that I want the line art to be lighter. The cabin, I'll just put this over. And then I usually just go and set it to pin light or hard light. You can see the lines are colored a little bit differently. And what else I can do is I can make it darker, so the lines that I want to have darker. Let's make some light on the lantern. Here I just usually set the opacity to pin light and then slide it down and then move it to where I want it. Okay, so this is the final version of the illustration you just saw me paint in this video, and it's vastly different than the first thing that I colored in. Every once in a while there's an illustration that makes me question everything, that makes me question my ability to choose good colors. Usually when I color in my illustrations, I already have the colors in my mind. I can't explain to how that works, but I just have a feeling like what colors would fit the vibe that I'm going for, and then I try to execute that. Not this time. I was struggling so much and I had to just sleep in between to get some space between me and the art piece, and then look at it with fresh eyes the next day, which usually makes things easier. I chose very purple, green and blue colors for this one, and I feel like it's good. It's pretty, it's cute. I like the vibe of the illustration. It wasn't the one that I was going for, but still, I really like how it turned out. I like that I added this dark blue pond in front of the house. It makes it interesting. I usually don't draw water into my illustrations, but I want to do more of that. This little ad for myself. This is the postcard for July Patreon. So if you subscribe to my Patreon during the month of July, in the postcard club, you get this sent to your doorstep or mailbox. And I also made a sticker, which isn't here yet, so I can't show you, but I will show you on the screen. And I have another club, which is called Make Club, where you can get the sticker and the postcard. And you can also get only the sticker as well. I hope you liked the illustration that I came up with. Let me know which color version you liked the best. I'll put them on the screen, all the different colored versions that I came up with, and also the sketch and the finished piece for you to compare the outcome. I also hope you liked the video. Subscribe for more videos like this, and also vlog content and book content, and we will see each other in next week's video.
When the garden won't stop giving